welcome to the next episode of our Yu-Gi-Oh! Adventure. My name is Q Productions, and today we're playing a new deck. Today we're playing Tri-Brigade, but because I like to be different, I'm not playing just normal Tri-Brigade, we're using Crystal Beast Tri-Brigade. And probably you've never even heard of that because it's not a thing, but today I will show you that it is a thing, and I'll show you how to win in Master Duel using Crystal Beast Tri-Brigade. So Crystal Beast and Tri-Brigade actually works really well together because Crystal Beast has really good searchers and really good spells that allow them to easily add winged beast monsters or beast monsters from your deck to their hand. And Tri-Brigade loves using winged beast, beast warrior, and beast monsters for the tributes, so they can link summon and special summon Omen, which is a really good boss monster that makes Tri-Brigade insanely stupid. And because the Tri-Brigade's really dumb trap card, you can basically special summon a free Omen using your banished and graveyard cards and get another Tri-Brigade Omen onto your side of the field during your opponent's turn, which will let you banish another card and then re-add another card from your deck to your hand, plus then all the monsters that you just used for link summon back to the graveyard to reuse their effects. Is really good. And I will show you how this deck works. There is really no weaknesses to this deck, and the reason why I say there's no weaknesses to this deck is because of the fact that there are so many different combinations as to how you can special summon and get cards on your side of the field. You can use Tri-Brigade Fractal to easily put cards in the graveyard and then special summon your other Tri-Brigade monsters so you can easily use them for link summon and then banish the cards in the graveyard. You can just normal summon Rescue Cat and then special summon two beast monsters from your deck. You can use Crystal Bond to add a winged beast monster, which is going to be Sapphire Pegasus, and then you can use Rainbow Bridge to add any Crystal Beast or any crystal card from your deck to your hand. Or my personal favorite, you can use Small World, which lets you literally basically add any Tri-Brigade monster from your deck to your hand if you can fulfill the conditions. So there really aren't that many weaknesses of this deck. You always will have a good hand almost every time. The only time I can break with this deck is if I get only Crystal Beast cards, but you'll see I never do that. And if you do get it, it's not that big of a deal because most of them are winged beast or beast monsters, so you can still easily link summon and do extra deck plays. The strengths of this deck are, like I said before, you can easily add cards and search things, and you can basically turn any hand into a good hand, or turn any field you think you might have into a better hand. The biggest problem, I would say, isn't really a problem. I would say basically you can use any other type of Tri-Brigade. You don't have to use Crystal Beast, but I just prefer using Crystal Beast because I want it to be different. But let's get on to the duel so you can see how good this deck is. Okay, duel number one, we're playing against Exo-Sister, which is a really good counter actually to Tri-Brigade because Tri-Brigade likes to banish monsters from the graveyard. Exo-Sister special summons XE monsters from the extra deck if we banish or move any card really from the graveyard anywhere else. So it's a really big deal that is the problem. We're gonna have to beat this deck somehow. So our opponent summons into that first Exo-Sister XE monster, but it doesn't really matter because the effect isn't gonna really work unless they actually summon on my turn. So I'm not really worried. And then look at our hand. Our hand's amazing. We have so many searchers. So many searchers. So we're gonna use Crystal Bond so we can add our winged beast, Crystal Beast monster from our decks to our hand. And then we're gonna put the EV onto the field. Fire Formation lets us add a Tri-Brigade Fractal, which then lets us send Fractal to the graveyard. So we then send Kit to the graveyard. And then when Kit goes to the graveyard, we can send Nerva to the graveyard. And then when Nerva goes to the graveyard, we can add Karis. That's too much more. Then we can send another card to the graveyard so we can special summon Karis, and then our opponent decides to special summon Exo-Sister from the deck using a trap card, but then he surrenders. I don't really know why he surrendered. I think it was because he realized Omen would just banish his cards anyway, so it didn't matter what he did. But that was the first duel, quick and easy. Duel number two, we're going first this time, and like last duel, our hand is amazing. So using Crystal Bond, we can add Pegasus to our hand and put the EV onto the field. And then use the Tri-Brigade combo, send Fractal to the graveyard, send Kit to the graveyard, send Nervall to the graveyard, and then add Karis to your hand. With Karis' effect, we can discard one other Beast Warrior Beast or Winged Beast monster to special summon it. Then we can use what all the Tri-Brigade monsters share, the ability to banish 4 Winged Beast, Beast, or Beast Warrior monsters from the graveyard to then summon a Link monster. So we're going to summon Omen, which then we're going to normal summon our Kit so we can then special summon our Link 2 Tri-Brigade monster, which will let us special summon a Winged Beast monster from our hand, which is going to be another copy of Pegasus, which lets us special summon our Link 3 Tri-Brigade monster. And because we summon Pegasus, we can also put a Crystal Beast monster from our deck to the spell and trap zone, and draw a card due to the Link 2, and get Small World. So next turn we're basically amazing, but now our opponent's going to do Dark Magician things, and we basically have to wait our turn. Wait until it's the right moment to banish his cards. So the second I see him put that card on the field, I'm like, no. And I'm going to use my Link 2. But then our opponent's like Super Poly, which really counters his deck, because he can basically Super Poly any of our monsters. So you get a free monster, and that's going to be Starting Minimum Fusion Dragon. And it's really annoying because it completely counters what I was thinking about doing. But we still can special summon a monster, we special summon Kit. And because we special summon Kit, and we sent our Omen to the graveyard, Omen lets us add any Winged Beast, Beast, or Beast Warrior monster from our deck to our hand. And Kit will go back to the graveyard and it will use its effect once it goes to the graveyard. But first, our opponent's going to use Venom Dragon to get a bunch of attack, sending our Link 3, which has an effect which is lowers the attack of the monster with 300 attack. And because our Link 3 special summon Kit, it goes back to our hand, actually that's our graveyard. Using Small World, we can add Ash Blossom to our hand. Remember saying, why did you use that? Why did you add Ash Blossom? I'm almost certain our opponent is going to do something crazy next turn, so I'm mentally prepared to negate it. That's why I summoned Ash Blossom, or put Ash Blossom in my hand. Then our opponent uses Pet Veiler, so we can't even use the effect of our Link 2, which doesn't really matter that much, but it is annoying. So Kit's going to send Nervall to the graveyard, Nervall is going to add Fractal, and then we're going to end our turn. Then our opponent's going to use Eternal Soul and Special Summon Dark Magician. Now, normally I'll be mad about this, but for some reason, I don't know why, but a lot of Dark Magician users use Eternal Soul. I think Eternal Soul honestly is not a good card, and it's for the reason we're see right now. We're going to use our Broken Trap card, summon Omen. And because we have Omen on the field, we then have the ability to banish any card because it was special summon. And our opponent can't even really do anything about it because of the fact that we have a lot of cards that can basically chain block unless he has a Pet Veiler or Infinite Impermanence. So our opponent is going to use that card to special summon Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, which doesn't matter because of one reason. Like I said before, Eternal Soul is a double-edged sword. Yes, it lets you special summon any monster, but once you get rid of it, every single monster on your field goes away. But then of course he used Dark Magical Circle, which will get rid of our Omen, so then we're back to square one where no one has any cards on the field. If you're enjoying the video so far, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I love reading y'all's comments, by the way. But the difference is, he has 2 spells, I have no monsters. But it doesn't really matter that much because of the fact that we used Ash Blossom to negate his effect, because we knew he was going to use Skull Servant in the graveyard, and I'm not trying to let him do that. So now we have 1 monster in our hand, which we can use during our turn, and we have a spell, a really good spell by the way, and we got Crystal Bond, which lets us add a Crystal Beast monster from our deck to our hand. So now we basically have an insane, at any point in the game, we can dispose some of our Crystal Beast monsters and get big control. Now I misplayed right here, I'm an idiot. I accidentally covered my entire field with spells and traps. I did not mean to do that. Now we cannot use any more spells and traps unless our opponent destroys them, which he won't because he's not stupid. As a result, we can't do anything with our Small World we got in our hand. But we can normally summon Fractal, banish first, we'll banish 2 monsters so we don't have any more Omens, and spell summon a Link monster. Luckily, we attacked with Fractal. Fractal has 1,900 attack, so we destroy our opponent's Ash Blossom. and we have the ability to basically have his field be naked, and we can win next turn. Now, this duel was an example of our hand was amazing, but there are still ways to counter Tri-Brigade, which you can now see. Sadly, it took a while, but we are going to win, don't you worry. Because even though it does take a long time and our opponent has a lot of annoying cards to beat us, the thing about Dark Magician is a double-edged sword, that trap card, and Tri-Brigade is so simple, and with this deck, we have so many searchers, there was no way our opponent was going to win. We were going to get something eventually. Okay, do number 3. We're going to use Small World to basically add any Tri-Brigade monster that's in our hand, which is going to be Fractal. And you know the combo, how Fractal and how Tri-Brigade works. Fractal goes to the graveyard, Kit goes to the graveyard, Nervo goes to the graveyard, Nervo adds Karis thing. Simple effect. Using Karis, we're going to then put Nervo into the graveyard, Spell Summon itself, banish 4 cards, get on. It's so easy, so simple, 1-card combos are fun. And then we're going to put our trap card on the field because we know how broken that card is and we got to make sure we have it, just in case. Then our opponent uses Lord of the Heavenly Prison and Pot of Duel. I use Ash Blossom because I do not feel like doing that card. Mainly because of the fact that I was dealing with, what's the card called? The deck called? Thunderies, but it actually is Atlas, which is even worse. And there goes our Tri-Brigade, which then lets us add any, you know, Winged Beast, Beast Warrior, or Beast Monster in their hand. So we're going to add the cat. And then our opponent does Spell Summon Eldritch Lord. But then he doesn't, and I don't know if he misplayed or if he just, I read the effect wrong. But for some reason, he didn't Spell Summon Eldritch, and I was very confused. So using a trap card, we're going to then banish, not banish, we're going to actually the opposite. We're going to add or put the banished cards back in the graveyard because that's fair and balanced. And then we're going to, well, first we're going to Spell Summon them, which then lets us summon Omen a second time. Then they're all in the graveyard and add their effects, which I don't understand why this trap card even exists. This card is so dumb. It's so good, and I really don't understand why, again, it does what it does. It's different if you can banish 4 monsters, but it's the fact that it's 4 of Winged Beast, Beast, or Beast Warrior, and it's the graveyard, and it's the banish zone, and you can spell some of them. It just makes no sense. But anyway, we're going to banish one of his 3 traps. I decided to banish the metal one guys, feel like it. Then our opponent used anti-spell Prague, which doesn't really matter because we can just banish a card if we really need to, and it doesn't really affect me. Then our opponent has goals in match, we know he does. And luckily when he summoned Heavenly Prison, he did not attack our Omen for some reason. So now we're going to Spell Summon our Link 3, get a cat, Link 4 up. 3rd time, but this time we're not going to go into our normal Link form, so we're going to summon Access Code Talker. Because another thing about Tri-Brigade is Tri-Brigade doesn't actually lock you in to only being able to spell summon Winged Beast, Beast Warrior, and Beast Monsters. So because of that reason, we can summon Access Code Talker, use all the effects of all graveyard monsters, lower the attack of our opponent's monster, banish one of the, destroy one of the spells / traps, and attack heavily. And then also attack directly, which is really good. Now we basically won because our opponent can't do anything except summon, you know, more Gordon Land cards and put them on the field. But luckily, Eldritch got nerfed a long time ago and has not really been seeing as much play. Even though it's not a bad deck, it's just not seeing as much play. I actually thought about making an Eldritch deck. Tell me in the comments if you wanted me to play Eldritch or any other deck ideas. Let me know. Of course, our card gets banished, and then our opponent decides to spell summon Eldritch, but I'm confused about. I thought he could have done that last time, but he never did. But he spell summons Eldritch, lowers our attack, and destroys Omen. So like usual, Omen's weird effect appears, and we add another Rescue Cat from right into our hand. We have 2 copies of the card. Then our opponent is going to Link summon Link Spider for some unknown reason. I don't know why he does this, honestly, but he does it. Or not why, it's because he puts the trap card in the graveyard, and the graveyard has a effect in the graveyard, that's why. But we're going to use the cat, so we can eventually tribute it to spell summon 2 monsters. But first we're going to use Karis. We're going to banish 3 monsters, so we can then Tri-Brigade Link summon. Then we're going to 4, link 3 into a black soldier, and as a result, we'll attack and destroy the spider. We didn't even have to do anything extra, we just decided to just be smart for once and attack the spider. If he didn't summon the spider, we actually would have probably lost that duel. But now it's time for the final duel of the video. I hope you're prepared. Okay, it's time for the final duel, and we're going second. Another Dark Magician deck, because why not? Masters of Magician Souls is a really strong card, but like usual, they're probably going to put the trap card and it's going to ruin them. But anyway, our hand looks amazing, because we have so many searchers. Over in our bridge, we can add any crystal cards. We're going to add Crystal Beacon, and then we're going to put Crystal Bond down so we can get Pegasus and put down our Eevee. Using Pegasus, we're going to put down a Cobalt Eagle. Using Crystal Beacon, we're going to put down another Pegasus, which then lets us put down the Tiger. And then using Crystal Promise, we can special summon our Eevee, which then lets us special summon all the Crystal Beast monsters. And then our opponent's like Eternal Soul, and I'm like, why? He's going to use Thousand Knives so he can destroy one of our cards. But it doesn't matter, because we're going to link summon into, what are you asking? We're going to link summon into Alapalooza. Now we can negate our opponent's monsters. Using Tri-Brigade carrots, we're going to special summon it. And then using the Rebel, we're going to add Fractal to the hand. Using Fractal, we're going to send to the graveyard, so we can add Kit to the graveyard. Then we're going to put Kit in the graveyard, so we can then do nothing. We're going to banish our cards. Get our Omen. So now we have Omen and we have Alapalooza. With Omen, we're going to destroy. We're going to banish one of his cards. I didn't banish the trap card this time, and because of the fact that he didn't really have any cards, I didn't really care. But then I look back at it, I probably should have banished it because then his entire field would have been clear. We're going to link 3, so we can then go into our Silva. And when I come back, I definitely misplayed. So if we would have destroyed that spell, that trap, we would have won right in there. There was no reason to not destroy that card. I'm being completely honest. We could have won right there, but for some reason I didn't destroy it, and that was a misplay. So, and whenever you put this deck and you get into a situation like this, destroy it, always. So, because we destroy, we have to do another turn, so our opponent actually might have a chance to come back and win. So our opponent literally does nothing, so actually, us not destroying it didn't do anything. So we're going to use Crystal Bond, just to scout out Ash Blossom or something, and because we can. We're going to use Pegasus, and we're going to put Eevee from the graveyard to the field. We're going to link 2. I don't know why I'm even doing this when we could have just won right in there. But then we're going to use Omen, banish the card. Nothing's going to happen because there's no monsters on the field, and we're going to win. A very simple final duel, and I really took it. Now I finally showed y'all how great this deck actually is. I know it might seem like a joke, Crystal Beast Tri-Brigade, like what is that? But honestly, it really does work. And I want you to try it out for yourself because you'll actually understand how amazing it is. Thank you for every single person that watched so far. If you really enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Especially the subscriptions and the comments. I love when y'all comment. I love responding to it. If you have any more deck ideas you want to use, please post in the comments, share the video with anybody you know, and subscribe for more because you'll see more content like this and anything else I post on my channel. I just want to do a little quick update on my channel, even though I don't really know what to really say, but basically at the time of posting this video and editing it, I have been posting a lot of Mario Party videos on my channel. That is because I finally got my Elgato working, and I don't know if you've noticed, but my Yu-Gi-Oh videos have been much better quality. And that's because the Elgato has been working, and I've been using the Elgato to record many games. I recorded a bunch of games on my Switch, and I wanted to start doing other games besides Yu-Gi-Oh, because even though I love Yu-Gi-Oh, and I can post these Yu-Gi-Oh videos do take a while to make. So I wanted to post Yu-Gi-Oh videos and post other videos at the same time, because that way people who like watching Yu-Gi-Oh get to watch Yu-Gi-Oh and learn something new with my wacky decks and my really weird tutorials and sound effects, and people who like to watch Mario Party or Pikmin or any other game I want to play, I can also watch that. I also thought about making not a live stream, but a series like on Paper Mario or anything else of the sort. If you have any game ideas, please let me know in the comments. I'll definitely try and hear you out. But I've been trying to do more. That's the reason why I have not been uploading as much, is because I'm just my head is full of so many ideas, but I never act on them, and that is the reason why I haven't been uploading. Yu-Gi-Oh videos do take a while to make. Like, this video didn't take us much time because I actually sat down and started working on this video. I've been working on it for hours, and I definitely am going to sleep as we speak at 2 AM instead of me going to sleep at my normal time. But that is the reason why I haven't been uploading as much. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I will try to upload more. But like I said, if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me how it is. Tell me what else you want to see. I am really interested to know. But I think I'll try and post some more videos and do different type of videos. I'm not going to stop Yu-Gi-Oh probably ever until I get bored of the game, because I love it. But we'll probably see more content in the future. Thanks for watching.